Howdy folks, Owen from EMF with the daily video again. So, read this awesome article on the train yesterday when I was coming home from Dublin on some of the things that affect your decision making in your environment. So let's say environmental factors that affect your decision making in relation to eating and nutrition and trying to lose weight, trying to make the better choices. Okay, so a lot of it was unconscious, like the things that affect us and essentially force us into a decision that we weren't quite aware of, or sometimes we make poor decisions we don't really know why. Okay, so the first one I went through was portion size. That this has a huge effect on how much you eat, how big your plate is, how much you pour out, and what you deem to be a good choice in terms of even kind of your values and your culture, how you were brought up, how your parents taught you about finishing your plate. You should finish your food. All the children in Africa, they kill to have as much food as you, so you better finish your plate. And just reducing the size of the portions you eat obviously reduces your calories, but it'll help you not over consume calories. Okay, another one they looked at was eating with the people around you. Okay, that if they eat more, you actually eat more. And they'd researched to back up every single point they had, which was fantastic. And if the people you eat spend more time longer eating their meals, you also will spend longer eating your meals, and you may eat more. Okay, another one was variety. Basically, how many options of food that you have. The more options you have, the more you could eat and how much you could overconsume. Again, sometimes I talk about eating boring for fat loss, because if you can keep the same kind of foods, easier to track and less of a chance that you fall off the wagon as such. And not clean eating now, but just being fairly the same day to day with your eating habits, less chance than the weekend goes bananas essentially. Another one was salient foods. Okay, foods that are on show. That some of the studies they looked at, that they had chocolates in an office in a jar that you couldn't see what was inside. It said chocolates, and they ate a certain amount of that, the people in the office. And then they had a clear jar where you could see the foods, and people ate way more when they could see the food. So it's the same. If let's say if your office was right beside the canteen, or if your office at home was right beside the kitchen, there's more chance that you would eat more because you're closer to it, you can see it, you can smell it, and there's more chance that you'll eat. Okay, another one was stockpiling of food, and this went into all the ideas of buy one get one free, extra 50% volume in terms of if you buy the bigger package you get more, that is actually influencing your decision to eat more over time. So be careful with all that stuff. That segues well into the next one, the food advertising. That if you're exposed to more and more food advertising, that you will absolutely eat more over time. So just how do you even get away from that? It's tough. Just break through the noise and realize that hunger is a feeling separate to desire, almost, to want nice things, new things, fresh things, all that. Okay, and I think that was as many of them, because I printed it off and went through it all as I was reading it. So I'll have one quick check just to make sure I didn't lose anything. But again, it was one of the better articles I found while I'll be doing my bit of research. So just make sure you are aware to some degree of the environmental factors that influence your behaviour. If you can find a pattern, whether positive or negative, that's massive, folks. Okay, and you can then adjust accordingly. Alright, any questions as always, just ask. Thanks.